What's going on, guys? Noah Brewer here with NAZERATI, and we're in a blizzard on a resort. We got this beautiful hot tub, but we forgot our bathing suits, so we're not going to be able to enjoy it. But we're probably going to go somewhere warmer to film this video, but super excited to get it out here. Yeah.
Super excited to be back on your video and can't wait to film the rest.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm running to the money. You know how I'm coming. Monday till Sunday night, be thumbing. Got these.
Alright, so we're in a little bit of a warmer spot now, and I wanted to ask NAZERATI kind of her take on my ebook. So as you guys know, I'm writing an ebook right now. It's probably released by the time this video goes out, but I basically broke down all the steps that you need to do to go from nothing to $1,000 per day in sales. So I thought it would be really interesting to take NAZERATI's take on going from nothing to $1,000 a day in sales and kind of see, you know, what are my steps, which you can see in the ebook, versus what are her steps. See what kind of is different and kind of see what value she can bring to the table. So you got the floor now.
Let's do this. All right, so let's say
starting from absolutely nothing.
Okay, starting from absolutely nothing. So let's say you're just getting into dropshipping, you know nothing about dropshipping, and you're looking for products, because I have that with a lot of people, like with my students, that they come in and they've never done any dropshipping before, and one thing they have in common is all of them find the same products. So one tip that I give you is not be one of those people that find saturated products. Saturated, like if it's too saturated. If it's a little saturated on TikTok, it works, but compared to Facebook, but we want to look for unsaturated products, in my opinion. I know some people make them work. So anyhow, to find the unsaturated products, these are kind of like what I like to follow. I think you made a video on creative tool, also TikTok creative tool. I like to go, if you want to put it here, because there's sometimes some creative spy tool that you can go and find, look at dropshipping videos.
You use PP.
I use that one too. Yeah, I know. I like that you watch my videos. Thank you. I do that too. I wanted to say the Creative Center though. So the Creative Center, you can see, watch the example of the videos that go viral and find products that are similar to them, right? So I don't like to find the same exact video that had already 2 billion likes and share, but I like to find products that are similar to them, right?
Okay, so you go on Creative Center, try to find ads that have performed well, and then what do you do from there?
Yeah, so let's say, for example, you find an ad. Let's just give an example. Like, there was this, like, what is it, the pore cleaner, right? And it was actually kind of big on Facebook. The vacuum, right? The typical one, right? It was kind of a big deal. Let's say you find a product that is similar to that product, right? And then you go, I personally see UGC videos do much better than you finding content on the internet. But if you're in rush, you can find content on the internet and then just test it with whatever you got. But in my opinion, order the product. If you're in the US, get Prime, because everything that you find pretty much on AliExpress is also on Amazon. Yep. Prime it to your address, 24 hours, make a video. And then actually you save kind of money because you're not paying an editor to make the video for you. So you just literally have the product, you have the TikTok app, and you can film like 6-7 videos and then test different angles and see what works. So what I like to do, I duplicate the same concept of the video that works really good. So for example, let's say you have a video in Creative Center that says, that has like 1 million, 2 million views or whatever. You make the video kind of similar to that one. Now you have 4 and 6 videos. You go ahead, set up the product page, set up the Shopify page, and then start testing the product. With 4 to 6 videos, in my opinion, you want to give it all the chances.
4 to 6? Mm-hmm. So just to kind of summarize what she just said, product research, you're basically going to the Creative Center, finding an ad that performed well, but not too well. You don't want it to have like 1 million views, right? Or what is the number? Like 1 million to 2 million? Like, what do you look for?
I mean, somebody, you know, I mean, if we're not trying to sell the same exact product, so it doesn't kind of matter. Okay. I like to find products that are slightly different. Okay. Does that make sense? Because you can find them. Like, I go on AliExpress, you can find, once you find the product, you scroll all the way down, and then you find products that are similar to the products that is in there. So, yeah, 1 million, 2 million. We know that they're doing well.
Yeah. So step number 2, you order the product yourself and you film your own ads, like for every product that you test.
Yes.
I thought that was really interesting because we don't do that at all. Like we'll do that if a product is like really good. Like we have to prove it out first. Yeah. So that's really interesting. And then what would you do after that?
Dude, that actually makes a huge difference. I have a student that I got her to make all her videos. I gave her an option. I said you can do content on the internet if you don't feel comfortable. But she wanted to make all her videos. She's literally finding 2 out of 10 winning products, and she's making her own content every single time. So that's the difference. That would be that if you were testing with the content on the internet, it might be just like 1 out of 20. When you make it yourself and you're good at it, it might be like 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 winning products.
It's just very difficult to do at scale. You know, like if you're testing like 50 to 60 products per week, like it'd be pretty hard to.
That's why you gotta find a bunch of influencers or, you know, people that actually make UGC ads.
Yeah, which we have the connections.
You guys have the connections, yeah. I do have the connections.
All right, I have my creative center ad. I chose out my product. I ordered the product. I made my ad. What's next?
Now you make so look at all the videos that went going viral, and then duplicate the same type of videos.
Yeah,
so
basically just copy it.
Exactly. It could be a different product. You literally copy the same. Okay, because there's a reason people clicking on that ad, right? So let's say if someone is like, let's say my girlfriend got this for me, right? There's a reason. There's always these angles actually do really well. My girlfriend, my boyfriend, my husband, like these kind of things. You can kind of do the same thing. My boyfriend tells me I have bad skin or something like that. Don't do that, okay? But like, you can get people emotional, right? But like that, those things actually get a lot of clicks. I swear. When you make them super dramatic, like yeah.
So. General store?
General store.
Okay, so that's where we differ, because I've been doing one product stores this whole time, and I have my reasons, but what are your reasons for the general store? I guess I could probably guess. But
it's easier.
It's just easier?
It's just easier. There's no, so we've done a lot of one product store before. The conversion rate is going to be slightly higher. That's it.
Are you transitioning your products into brands at all?
No. If it's already doing well on general store, I used to do that with Facebook. I would like make it a brand, but I don't do that anymore because if it's selling, I'm not gonna mess it up. You know, if it's selling on that.
Well, I mean, the thing is like if you start with a one product store, you don't really have to change anything.
You could do one product. So here's the thing to me is like if a product is supposed to be a winning product, it would work on a one product store, it would work on a niche store, it would work on a general store. If you're selling products under $50, nobody's gonna go and look at your other pages most of the time. They look at it, they buy it, they leave. So nobody's going to the other pages to see what's going on. So it's your conversion rate for sure going to be a little bit higher. Like obviously your page is going to be more professional if you have a one product store.
I mean, we didn't.
I'm just lazy.
We didn't see a conversion rate difference between like one product in general. We saw a conversion rate difference with custom domains. So like if your domain is related to your product, that's where we find the most success. So yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to do that with a general store. Though.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's cool when your store name is like, for example, pourvacuum.com, and you're selling a pour vacuum, right?
Yeah, totally.
So that's kind of what we've been, you know, making money off of so far, which I have tried general stores and they do work fine, but I don't know, we just went kind of like the branded approach and we built a system to do it really, really fast. So, but all right, so now I have my general store, I got my ad, I got my product chosen out. What's next?
Now you're gonna go and set up your ads. Like I told you, how I like to do it is, I think last time that we talked, lowest cost was not a thing yet.
Right. It was just becoming a thing.
It was just becoming a thing. So I made a little bit of you know, changes over there when I'm testing with lowest cost. I do bids still, like whatever that you know, we talked about, that still works. But now the lowest cost is just a little bit faster because it spends the money and you know if it's working or not.
Sorry, we had to stop filming because there was some people walked by, but we were talking about how lowest cost wasn't a thing during our last interview, which kind of sucked. I fucking hated manual bidding.
Yeah.
It was okay, but like I still do it a little bit sometimes here and there. But I want to I don't want you to explain your whole advertising strategy when we're sitting in a pool room of a resort, right? It's gonna be very confusing. So is there a video on your channel that walks them through kind of like how exactly you set up your campaign and stuff?
Yes, I have a bunch of videos. The last couple videos that I have, actually, I think 2 or 3 of them, I cover how I test. I've been testing recently, so if you want, go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get the best representation of like the strategy that she follows, it's probably best for you to actually go watch her do it rather than, you know, her try to explain it. It'll just be confusing as hell.
Before you do that though, make sure you like this video. Don't leave this video yet, because we have some secret sauce at the end of this video, and you gotta watch until the end.
Oh, we got some secret sauce?
We're gonna have to now at this point.
Oh, shit. All right, well, I guess to close this video off, because I mean we can't really talk much about the specific testing strategy. How do you determine whether a product is a winner or not, and when do you kind of cut the? Because for us, we spend $100 if it doesn't work, whatever.
Yeah.
What is that like? What's your mindset on that, and how do you work?
Yeah, that's kind of my role too. Between $50 to $100 is like how much I would spend on one product. The reason for that is even sometimes by like $30 spent, you can tell the data is just bad, you know, and it's just you can tell that it's not gonna start popping. Like if you're getting $5 cost per click and your CPM is like $25, at that point I'm not even spending $50. I'm probably at $30, I'm just gonna cut it out.
Yeah.
But if you're getting, let's say you're getting good data and everything looks good, then I let it break even on each ad group to see if it's getting sales or not. And let's say if your CTR is good, your CPC is good, your CPM is good, at that point I'm not getting sales, I look at my product page to see maybe there's something, the price can be a factor that people are not getting sales. Or let's say you're getting amazing data, but you're not getting sales, I call them window shoppers because I get a lot of questions about that. So I would just move on at that point.
So if you're breaking even or slightly profitable and like maybe you're losing a little bit of money, how far down the rabbit hole do you go?
Like I'm getting sales and then
like are you testing new creatives? Are you testing like different store? Like what are you doing?
Yeah, so it's more of a creative thing for me. Like if it's, let's say the data looks good. When we're testing one product, there's two things to look at. Is first, are you getting good data? At that point, is something with your product page and the product. But if you're not getting like good clicks, at that point is your creative mostly. So I would look into get better creative, or it could be your product too. Maybe it's just not in demand. But I like to give the product all the chances of winning.
But you're already testing 4 to 6 creatives. I
would even go because they could be very similar, right? 4 to 6.
You run into the situation where TikTok will only spend on 1 or 2 of them?
So I've been using agency accounts and I have not had any issues with them. It's been really good.
Because like usually when we do multiple ads, it'll literally just spend on 1 single ad.
I've heard that so many times, people telling me, you should try out the agency account.
Yeah, we can try out an agency account, but that's really, really interesting. I think part of it is like TikTok is either favoring one just because they can.
Yeah, they're definitely doing that.
Or they're using like real metrics, but if you have an agency account and it's not doing it for you, maybe they're not using real metrics.
I think
maybe they're just doing it because they can.
I think during Q4 they're just favoring certain people. They're like, oh, we're just not gonna pay attention to, I don't know, not care about some people. I've had like so many people messaging me, my account doesn't spend, or some of my ads spend, the other ones don't. The ad, like they have a lot of issues with that.
All right, well, how do you get an agency account?
You gotta contact me.
Oh, you gotta well, I guess I gotta contact you then.
Just call me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'll put her number up on the screen. Well, anyways, you could DM her on Instagram, I guess. I don't really know, but I'll probably go get one.
I'll get you an agency account.
Yeah, are they expensive, like Facebook agency account?
No, they're a little bit cheaper.
A little bit cheaper.
Yeah, I got
10 grand.
Just 20.
Just
20 grand and dinner.
Well, I think we're probably going to wrap this up here. That was really cool, though, hearing your exact process from nothing to, I guess 1,000 a day. We didn't really get into initial scaling strategies or anything like that, but you can definitely check out her channel if you want more content from her and if you want to hear about her strategy. She's absolutely crushed TikTok ads this year, and yeah, I've learned a lot from her, so I'm glad that I could have her on the channel now. This is our 3rd interview. Honestly,
there's gonna be more.
We just use the interviews as a reason to hang out now.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much where
we're about to snowboard. Show the view. Just show the view.
So, anyways, we'll probably wrap this video up. Thanks for coming on the channel.
Thanks for having me. Don't forget to again like this video and subscribe if you're not.
Yeah, ridiculous if you're not. But I'm Noah Brewer and I'm out. Peace.
Bye.